How ready are you to finally get back on the mound?
Elbow feels great. You know, I've been waiting these 2 years to get back on the field and done what I need, and I feel amazing. Never felt better.
How much pride do you take in maybe being the Friday guy for the staff on a team that does have a lot of candidates for that role?
I take a lot of pride, and I think there's a lot of candidates for that role, and I think everybody goes out there every day in practice to try and prove it. And I'm just happy that Maneri's trusting me right now, and I feel good.
Jerz, has it been a case of every time you go out there that you maybe have to try to hold yourself back a little bit just because you haven't been on the mound, letting it really cut loose?
Yeah, probably hold myself back a little bit, but I feel like I was born for this. So every time I'm on the mound, it feels like how it's always felt, just good, you know? So, yeah, I guess I had to hold myself back, but I'm just ready to be out there and happy to be out there.
During your recovery, did you have to tweak anything or, do anything a little bit different, just coming off that surgery?
Yeah, the only thing that changes is just kind of like the arm care and stuff, the things that you got to do in rehab and stuff. You kind of keep it going even when you're healthy. So probably that's what's changed, and probably how much you're in the weight room and stuff. But yeah, that's about it. Nothing much changed mindset-wise, though.
What was your recovery process in general like? Was there one teammate or maybe one person you kind of leaned on a lot, or what was that like?
I probably lean on the same guys I've always leaned on even before I was hurt. My pops and former players that he played with, and my high school coach, Daniel Hignite. And the only thing that's, not much changed on who I was talking to and all of that, but my mindset kind of always stays the same. I was just ready to get healthy. Never took it as a bad thing that I got injured, just a part of my journey, but I'm happy to finally be back out here.
Did you have a moment in the fall or maybe in a bullpen where you kind of felt like, okay, I'm back, I feel like myself?
Yeah, probably over this summer when I was throwing live ABs again, I saw the velo being easy again and starting to see my arm feel easy and not be sore. So yeah, I saw that jump, and I knew once I was back at school for fall, it was off to the races. So yeah.
What was the hardest part of the rehab, and was there any points where maybe you had a setback or anything like that where you thought, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come back as quickly as I want?
Oh no, there was never a setback in my injury. It kind of having Tommy John myself after looking at other people have had it, I think it's kind of a very personal thing, because for me, I never had a setback. It was a very easy injury. Never had to deal with like taking time for a thing. I was kind of on the steady process, and I got back healthy better than I ever felt. So I'm good.
What about the frustration of just not being able to pitch last year? How did you deal with that?
It's frustrating, but if you take I try to look at the bright side of things. So if you look at it as I get 2 years to develop my body and myself to come back to be the best pitcher I can be, then I think it's a bright thing, and I don't think I'll have another time in my career to get that much time to change myself. And I took it very serious, and I'm back and stronger than I've ever been.
What are you liking the most about what Maneri and the staff are bringing to this program this year?
Old school, real baseball. I love it. He's very determined, and he makes us feel very uncomfortable, which is good. No one should be comfortable. You got to earn your spot and earn your job. So I love it. I'm used to it.
Was there a moment in the fall where you kind of just really understood that, and it's like, hey, this is what they're bringing to the table?
Yeah, Coach Maneri's first meeting with the team, I knew it. I come from a high school that was very much like this, very old school, very set in certain pattern, but I was ready for it the second he had that meeting. I loved it, so yeah, it was good.
Just a couple of weeks away from the season, describe how that pitching staff's looking, and what's going to be the identity of that group?
Our pitching staff's looking great. Our identity is depth. We have a lot of pitchers that can go out there and start for us if we need it. You probably hear these talks of people in the media saying otherwise, but it's completely wrong. Only we know that, and we're pretty confident when we go out there Friday night.
I asked Ethan, Paul talked about, maybe not being on a lot of the preseason rankings. Is this team playing with a chip on their shoulder?
We don't care about that, because it takes 1 weekend for us to go out there and slap something, for that to change. We don't really care. We don't care to look at that. We know how much things change in the game of baseball. So, if you care about that, it's a problem. We don't. I'm sure we use it as a chip on our shoulder, but at the end of the day, we know how good we are.